I know you've been dreading to talk about this all day.
Bro, I'm not even dreading it. I've been looking forward to it because I've been pissed
Uh,
off all
bro,
day
you
long.
you and everybody else, bro. You and every other Cowboy
I'm
fan
I'm
in the
pissed
nation.
off. I'm confused. My camera's blurred. It doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Dog, I'm livid because we've covered it in increments as it's kind
Yes.
of gone along, and now it's at a full blown catastrophic level right now
The
between
shit has
Micah
finally hit the
Parsons.
fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's all over the fan. Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones are so far apart on these contract negotiations that Micah Parsons officially
Yeah.
requested,
Mhm.
I want to be gone from Dallas. I don't want to play here anymore.
Mhm.
It is ridiculous, dog, that
Yeah.
we've gotten to this point. Jerry, you know your old geriatric ass is gonna pay Micah Parsons. Why are y'all lollygagging on this decision? Pay his ass and let him go practice and be ready for this season. We out here playing games. You're playing games. You play stupid games. You win
It's a
stupid
dangerous game.
prizes,
Yeah. It's a
and your
dangerous
boys out
game.
here like, I don't want to be here no more. Now I'm hoping it's all part of the negotiation tactic, kind of like Miles Garrett did with Cleveland, where he was like, I want to be here. I've enjoyed my time here, but
Mhm.
I want to go play with a contender. Motherfuckers, he's still in Cleveland. He got paid. He's still in Cleveland, and he's
Yep.
Mr. Cleveland Brown himself, and that just is what it is. But
Mhm.
I've said it from the beginning. Jerry and Steven don't have any leverage other than Mike is still under contract,
Mhm.
so they don't necessarily have to do
They
anything
don't.
rash right now.
Nope.
I'm gonna let you chirp in real quick, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just kind of go over the events that kind of got us where we are right now,
To where
and
we
let
are
you
today.
know why
Again.
this is pissing me off more and more talking about it, dog.
Bro, I'm in the same boat you are. I mean, the first time when I heard about it earlier today, I think I immediately sent you a text and I was like, "What in the blue hell? What in the fuck? What in the fuck is going on right now?" Again, you couldn't have said it better. At this point where we are now, Micah and Jerry are so fucking far apart. They might as well be on two opposite sides of the fucking nation at this point, trying to figure out what the fuck is going to happen with this deal. It's so fucking frustrating as far as a fan goes, because you're talking about a guy that was ready to close a deal or extend his deal. I think at the end of 2023, at the end of the 2023 season, he was already talking about, are you guys going to extend me? Are you not going to extend me? What are we doing? Can we just go ahead and get this knocked out so we don't have to worry about it later on? And they kind of gave him that, well, we don't really have to renegotiate your contract just yet. Let's give it some time. Let's give it another year or two, and then we'll go from there. Well, we go through the 2024 season again, him showing out, balling out. I know that in the past we've always talked about how he shows up at the beginning of the season and then fizzles out towards the end of the year. Everybody has their own take on Micah, but at the end of the day, he has been the greatest producer on our defense since he's been here. He has changed our defense since he's been here. The guy is a phenomenal ball player. You have to be outside of your geriatric mind not to sign this kid and make sure that he continues to be a staple for our defense.
Day one, he's been like,
Bro,
I want to be a Dallas Cowboy. I
exactly.
grew up a Dallas Cowboys fan. Me and my dad
Exactly.
watched Cowboys games together.
Exactly. And so to see it where we are now, of course, from a fan's perspective, it does irritate the dog shit out of me, bro. It irritates me to my core. Why? Because again, Jerry and Steven don't have any leverage on their side. That whole fucking mindset or mantra of deadlines make deals. No, what you're going to end up doing is fucking around and finding out, and then you're not going to have a star defensive player anymore. That's what the fuck is going to happen.
They've shit the bed with Diggs. They're shitting the bed with Micah.
Yep.
You're what? What are we doing? What are we
It's one
doing?
it's one of those things, bro, that again, we covered it for in increments, little by little, and now we've gotten to a point to where today it literally blew the fuck up. Once Micah put out that tweet that he no longer wants to be here in Dallas, he's going to demand a trade, and he actually submitted in writing to Steven today that he wants to be traded. He
I
doesn't want to be here
delivered it
anymore.
to him personally.
Personally, it's one of those things to where now you have one of your premier star athletes on your franchise literally saying, I want out. I
I mean,
want
Jerry might
the
be
hell out of
saying
here.
to himself, I don't give a damn what you want
That's
because
true.
ultimately money talks.
That's
And
true.
I'm sure Jerry's like, the bottom line is if I give you this money, you're going to be happy and you
Your
ain't
ass is
going
gonna
nowhere.
stay. Exactly.
My question is, why the hell is it
No,
taking
not
that
why the hell.
long?
Why the fuck is it taking this long?
Why are you playing games? That doesn't make sense, dog. It just does
Exactly.
not make any kind of sense. Like you just really out here with any kind of leverage. I'm
Yep.
gonna read Micah's quote today. It
Go ahead.
was it was quite a long notes thing that he posted
Yeah.
on his Twitter, X, whatever.
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Um, and he gives you a phenomenal breakdown of where he's coming from, his perspective,
Yep.
and it lets you know what his mind frame is going into this negotiation. Um, so y'all be patient. I'm gonna read it to y'all.
Let's go.
Micah says, "Yes, I wanted to be here. I did everything I could to show that I wanted to be a Cowboy and wear the star on my helmet. I wanted to play in front of the best fans in sports and make this America's team once again. The team my pops and I grew up cheering for way up in Harrisburg, PA. Unfortunately, I no longer want to be here. I no longer want to be held to a closed door negotiations without my agent present. That's a strike right there. And before I go any further with the quote, Jerry and Micah had closed door conversations back in March, I believe it
Yep.
was. And each side is saying the other one kind of initiated it, but basically, Micah went to Jerry because Jerry wanted to talk about leadership on the
Yes.
team.
Yes.
Somehow the conversation got broached on contract
Yes.
and what you want and stuff like that.
Yep.
Jerry and Mike are going back and forth. The conversation ends, and Jerry's like, got us a deal. We're good. Everything's ironed out. Micah leaves that meeting and he's like, hey, appreciate your time. I'll have my agent call you so you can iron out the details and we'll go from there. He tells his agent what happened. The agent reaches out to Jerry and he's like, no, sir, that's not how this works. You do not negotiate with my client without an agent present. It comes across like Jerry thought Micah Parsons was ignorant and they were going to get one over on him.
Yep.
They thought we're not going to negotiate with the agent. We'll get with the player directly. The player will
Hmm.
tell the agent, kick rocks. This is what we agreed to. This is what I got, which does not make sense because if you're going to do that, why the hell would you pay for an agent?
Exactly.
The agent's doing his job. David Mulugeta is doing his job. And he's like, no, that's not how
Mind you,
this works.
David Mulugeta is one of the best agents in the business. The best.
Phenomenal.
The best agent in the business. So
Phenomenal.
I'm pretty sure that when Michael went to him and was like, "Yeah, me and Jerry were talking about, contract," and then he was probably looking at him like, "What are you talking about?
Why?
No, why? We're
And
not
here's the
doing that."
thing, right? And here's the thing is Jerry when they asked him about, has he spoken to the agent? Jerry's like, I don't even know who the agent is. Jerry's just kind of continued to take pot shots, and we'll continue on from there. But
Yeah.
that's just kind of the story. Basically said, unfortunately, I no longer want to be here. I no longer want to be held to closed door negotiations without my agent present.
Mhm.
I no longer want shots taken at me for getting injured while laying it on the line for the
Bro, that's
organization,
another
our
thing.
fans, and my teammates.
Hold on.
We talked about that last show.
Before you continue with that, I mean, we talked about that last show, and then, you know, now he's starting to show at this point where we're at now how it's affecting him. It's
What did
pissing
he
him
say?
off.
What did he say, bro? No, I'm not bothered by it. No,
At
I'm
first,
not.
yeah, whenever the media did interview him, he was like,
Exactly.
"Yeah, yeah, I'm not bothered by it. They're just comments, this
That's
and that and the other."
business.
It's business, right? But now you can tell that these shots, even though they're light shots being taken at every player, it affects the players, man.
Yes.
No player wants to hear you, especially if you're part of an organization or a part of a team. You don't want to hear your coaches, your owners, your teammates say anything about, well, I mean, shit, he was hurt, for 10 games last season, even though it was just four.
Yeah,
Even
he
though it
said
was just
6.
4. I know,
Yeah.
but I'm exaggerating, but, "Oh, he was injured for 10 games last season, even though it was just 4." You know what I mean? That kinda shit. You don't wanna hear that from your teammates. You don't wanna hear that from your coaches. You
The
sure as hell
team
don't
is
wanna
in
hear from the owners.
solidarity with Micah. The team has gone above and beyond the show. We are united with Micah.
Exactly, exactly. So, go ahead, bro. Keep going.
So Micah says, I no longer want narratives created and spread to the media about me. I had purposely stayed quiet in hopes of getting something done.
Mhm.
But since there is confusion out there, let me clear some things up. I
Clear 'em
had
up.
my
Clear 'em
agent
up, big dog. Clear 'em up.
reach out to the Cowboys last offseason after my third year in
Mhm.
hopes of getting uh, a deal
Mhm.
done. Yeah, so he's like, I engaged in a back and forth in regards to what I wanted from my contract. At no point, he's like, they didn't. He basically said, I'll take less money to sign now. I know
Mhm.
I'm leaving money on the table, but I'll
Yep.
sign now. Like I
Mhm.
want to be a Cowboy. They wouldn't do anything with him. He said, yes, I engaged in a back and forth in regards to what I wanted from my contract, but at no point did I believe this was supposed to be a formal negotiation. And I informed Mr. Jones afterward my agent would reach out
Yep.
thinking this would get things done. But when my agent reached out and spoke to Adam, he was told the deal was pretty much already done. All right, guys. So we had some technical difficulties. I do apologize about that. I'm just basically going to pick up where I left off with the Micah Parsons quote. Um, he basically says, I no longer want shots taken at me for getting injured. I don't want narratives created about me. There is confusion. Let me go ahead and clear it up. I had my agent reach out to the Cowboys last offseason after my third year in hopes of getting a deal done early. Unfortunately, the team did not want to start any negotiations at that point.
Mhm.
Okay. I was okay with that. Didn't complain and focus on the 2024 season. After the season, I told my agent once again to let the team know we were open to negotiate when they met at the combine. My agent informed me I should wait for other deals to get done because the price would only go up, but I didn't care and I wanted to secure myself as a Cowboy long term. This was
Mhm.
before any of the other pass rushers deals got done during the 2024 season. After the season, I told my agent once again to let the team know we were open to negotiate when they met. Okay, at the combine, blah, blah, blah. This was done before any other pass rushers got done. I knew I would be leaving money on the table, but again, I was okay with that. Again, radio silence as far as my extension. In March, I met with Mr. Jones to talk about leadership. Somehow the conversation turned into him talking contract with me.
Yep.
Yes, I engaged in the back and forth in regards to what I wanted from my contract, but at no point did I believe this was supposed to be a formal negotiation. And I informed Mr. Jones afterward my agent would reach out thinking this would get things done. But when my agent reached out and spoke to Adam, he was told the deal was pretty much already done. My agent, of course, told him that wasn't the case and also reached out to Steven. Again, the team decided to go silent. At that point, we decided we would allow the team to reach out to us whenever they decided they wanted to talk. Yet still not a call, email, or text to my agent about starting a negotiation. Up to today, the team has not had uh up to today, the team has not had a single conversation with my agent about a contract. Not one demand has been made by my agent about money, years, or anything else. I stayed quiet, but again, after repeated shots of myself
Mhm.
and all of the narratives, I have made a tough decision. I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. My trade request has been submitted to Stephen Jones personally.
That
It's a
right
mouthful
there,
there.
that right there tells you everything that you need to know about how the Cowboys conduct business. It's sad to hear it. It's sad to sit here and listen to everything that Micah, again, you obviously, he said it in his little, you know, paragraphs that he put together to kind of explain everything. I mean, he was ready to make the deal already. He didn't care about the value of everybody else who was getting paid what. He knew he was going to be leaving money on the table. He just wanted to get something done. All he
He wanted to
wanted
be a Cowboy long term.
all he wanted was for them to reach out to his agent so that way they could solidify a deal and he would be a Cowboy long term. He didn't care what the cost was going to be. He didn't care about how much money he was going to be making. He didn't care about any of that.
He didn't
Now
care about
you've
how much
just
money he was leaving on the table.
now you're putting him in a pushing him into a corner to where now he is going to be able to ask for as much money as he fucking wants.
Now
And
he could be
they
an asshole, and what are you gonna do?
nothing.
What can you do? You force this for no reason other than your stupid ass ego and your pride.
Yep.
And you think that because you're Jerry Jones, you're the cock of the walk and everybody has to do what you want. Dog, you don't understand. Micah Parsons, after this year, what are they gonna do? I don't
Franchise
trust the
tagging.
Cowboys. I
Franchise
mean,
tagging.
they can do that. They're gonna have to pay him like a top 5 anyway.
Yep.
So that's retarded.
Yep.
But then you couple that with I don't trust this front office to
I
make
don't.
the
I
damn
wouldn't.
deal as far as well, we'll trade him. What are you gonna get?
Exactly.
Some
And would
third
you
and fourth
trust him?
rounders? That's what y'all go for. Y'all don't know how to negotiate and get first and second round picks
Nah.
and players back, and you don't have a clue what you're doing at this point, and
Because we don't
everybody
have a
in the league
GM.
knows.
Because we don't have a fucking GM. We have a supposed GM in what is that guy's name? Oh, damn.
Will McClay.
Will McClay. Supposed GM in Will McClay. But you have Jerry and fucking Steven just making all the goddamn decisions. Will McClay does not make any decision. He is a glorified fucking scout. That's what he is. He's not making the decision. He's not signing the contract. He's not closing the deal. Jerry is, and so is fucking Steven. And what is that getting us? It's not getting us any fucking thing. And now we're going to be pushed into a fucking corner where if I'm Micah, hell yeah, I'm going to be an asshole. Hell
Hell
yeah, I'm
yeah,
going to
I'm
sit there
getting
and be like,
all the money now.
I'm gonna be like, I want top fucking dollar. If I don't get top fucking dollar, guess what? I'm fucking gone.
Miss
I'm
me.
gone. Miss me.
Miss me.
Bye. Find me. I don't give a fuck. Find me. I'm not playing. Simple as that. Why wouldn't I?
I mean, what does Micah got to lose?
Nothing. Because I guarantee you, the minute that he hits either the trade line or the minute that he becomes a free agent, there's a bunch of other fucking teams in the league that would love to have them as part of his defense, as part of their
There's
defense.
teams out there that would love to pay his ass. I don't know what the Cowboys front office is thinking right now. I don't know where they come off thinking they have the leverage other than he's under contract. You're pissing off your best damn player. And for what? You're hurting your reputation with the rest of the damn team. If Micah's the best player you have and you won't pay his ass, what makes the other guys that aren't as great think that they have any chance of getting paid when their time comes?
It's
We
sad, bro.
what we signed Jay Ferguson, Big
Wow.
Ferg. Big Fur got a deal, and I'm glad for him.
I am.
He's like the seventh highest paid tight end. He didn't ask for big money, but they gave him that deal. Why? Because he took a team friendly deal, and that's what they thought they got with Micah. And they tried to bamboozle his ass,
Yeah.
and his agent was like, "No, we're not doing that."
That's the best way to put it. The best way to put it is that they tried to bamboozle his ass. They tried to swindle him. They tried to undercut him, and they tried to undercut his agent. At the end of the day, Jerry was going to try to see, oh, I'll close. Me and Micah's cool. We'll close this deal, and then fuck his agent. His agent ain't he don't even need to be involved at this point. Fuck him.
Exactly.
That's what ended up happening. But because Micah's smart, he's like, no, you're going to talk to my agent. And once you talk to him, then we can close the deal. Until then, we're not closing shit. So, again, stupid decisions being made by our front office, stupid decisions altogether, all the way around. These guys don't know, in my opinion, Jerry has never been a fucking GM. He hasn't. He always has people in place that can make good decisions, that make good decisions to pick up
He's
certain
a
people,
oil
but
man,
that's it.
fam. He's a businessman. He's not a football guy.
Try explaining that to him. He's gonna
I'm
say,
over it,
"Well,
dog.
I I
I'm
took him
over
to
this
the Super
front
Bowl.
office.
I took
I'm
him to the
over
Super
this
Bowl."
front office. I'm over the stupidity that we continue to show the rest of the league.
And you have the
It's
rest of the league laughing at us.
laughing at your ass.
All of the other fucking franchises, I guarantee you, they're looking at all the drama that's happening here in Dallas, and they are fucking laughing their asses off at us. They're
And
laughing at
they're
us,
telling
bro.
their players, at least we don't do that.
At least we don't do that shit to y'all.
Right.
You get the contracts you want. We're keeping our players happy.
We're willing to reasonably negotiate and do it with your agent. Fucking idiots. But yeah, man,
Fuck.
I'm interested to see over the weekend what happens if the Cowboys front office decides they're gonna play ball after all. But
You think
we'll see,
anything is
man.
good is gonna come out of this? I honestly think
Mike is gonna get signed before the start of the season.
in my opinion,
How do you move forward? I
as
don't
much
know.
as everybody's talking all this shit, and even us right now talking the shit about what we're talking about right now, I honestly think that this is just all for show. This is just part of the keep the attention and the focus on the Cowboys. And then right at the start of the fucking season, right before the 30 minutes before game time for the first game of the season, you're gonna hear Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys have finalized the deal.
We've got breaking news. The
Yeah.
Cowboys and Mike have reached an agreement.
Yeah.
Mike is going to be the highest paid non-quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Blah
10
blah
year,
blah blah
400
blah.
something $1 million contract.
They're giving him that Michael Irvin wish list contract. I don't know. Anyway, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we do want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch this content that we do
Thank you.
enjoy creating for you guys. We ask that you continue to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Continue to interact with us. We love interacting with you guys. We like hearing from y'all, good, bad, or indifferent. We like to hear your guys' thoughts every week. So continue to show that love and support, and we will show it back. And with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, till we see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.